My name is Chine. I'm the founder of Modest and Ice Clothing. Modest and Ice Clothing have been in existence for the past 10 years and counting. Yes, and we deal into female wears, all kind of female garments, male garments, children wears. So right now, like I earlier said in my previous chat, that I'll be uploading videos of how to take full body measurements. But yeah, I'm going to make this video interesting, short, and very understandable. It will be in segments. Segments in the sense that I'll make it short so that when you want to practice, you'll be able to access it easily. I'll be having a blouse segment. I'll be having a trouser segment. I'll be having the skirt segment. The skirt is the simplest, or rather, the trouser is the simplest, but skirt is also simple. But the measurement for skirt varies. We have long skirt, we have short skirt, we have pieces skirt, 6 pieces, 8 pieces, 12 pieces, anyhow you want to pieces your skirt. So we have that, and we also have A-line skirt. So without furthermore introduction, let's get into this segment, and that is our blouse segment. To take the blouse measurement, I will begin from the back. We call this, some people call this back, some people call it shoulder. Whatever you choose to call it, you're right. The back measurement goes like this. For this mannequin, I have 14 inches. The back measurement is usually the starting point of the joint of your shoulder to the other point of the joint of your shoulder. That is where we have our shoulder measurement or back measurement. For this mannequin, we have 14 inches, like I earlier said. And then, yes, let me also say this. When taking measurements, we have horizontal measurements and vertical measurements. The horizontal measurement, I'll say, is the circumference, that's round the body measurement, while vertical measurement is across the body, that's straight down measurement. And then our measuring tape as well is of two kinds. We have inches and centimeter, but I'll be making use of the inches because I'm familiar with it. I've taken the shoulder measurement, I'm going right into the bust measurement. We're all doing the horizontal measurements for now before going into the vertical measurement. For the bust measurement, please, the bust is the biggest part of the chest region, which is exactly here. The nipple is the biggest part of the bust, and that is where we take our bust measurement. When taking any measurement, please bear in mind that we don't put so much fingers underneath our tape, because that will give us so much or excess allowances or excess stitches, like so. I have 2 fingers here. When you work with this, you'll be having a wrong measurement. Try as much as you can to have like a finger in the tape. This is a mannequin, so it's like dropping off bits, like so. These are our bust measurements. The bust here is 34, but when I'm putting 2 fingers, I'm getting 34.5, which is not accurate. Then we have our waist measurements. Here is our waist circumference. I have 25.5. Look at it, I just have a finger underneath it. And then this ½ inch is a bit of ease when the person wears the clothes. It will not be so tight that the person cannot breathe in it. Yeah, that is it for the waist measurement. We're moving downwards to our bust, our hip measurement, I beg your pardon. Our hip measurement. Here, the hip measurement is the biggest part of the lower body. From here upwards is our upper body. From here downwards is our lower body. The hip measurement is the biggest part of our lower body. And the same thing applies to what I said. Have just a finger, please, in between your client and the tape. Then you try to move a bit. When you're moving, you discover that some parts are tight. If you start to loosen it, move it upwards and downwards to get perfect measurement. That's it for the hip measurement. Yeah, Now we are done with our vertical measurements. Let's get down to our horizontal measurements. The horizontal measurement, when you want to take your straight measurement or your horizontal measurement, you come from the shoulder. If you come this way, people, it's wrong. You will get the wrong measurement. Start from the highest part of the shoulder, which is close to the neck region. Here, then you come across the bust like so. If you go this way, if you come this way, you will not get the right measurement, because the bust also is also taking some space in measuring your cloth. You go this way. For our mannequin, the waist measurement is 17. This mannequin does not have a navel. For normal human beings that have navels, sometimes you would want to say take from the navel point, which is about 19 inches, 2 inches upwards will help you locate the waist region. And also bear in mind that when you're taking your client's measurements, when it comes to the waist region, you can ask them to bend slightly. That slight bend is where you get the smallest part of the waist, like here. The slight bend is where you get the smallest part of the waist, and that is where you impute your waist measurements. So right now we're taking this one. This is 17 inches for the waist measurement. And also there's something we call under bust. That's here. This is our under bust. For the under bust is 13.5. Sorry, we didn't take the circumference of the under bust. We'll do that later. The under bust is 13.5. People, look at this very closely. When we are taking the under bust measurement, see where my hand is. My hand is also here and across the bust. That way you will get the accurate measurement for the bust. Okay, then straight down, we've taken our waist measurement. We're going to take our hip measurement. This is the place where we put our hip measurement, right here. For the mannequin, we have 27 inches. Oftentimes, it's about 27 inches, 28 inches, in between that range. It depends on the size of the body and the height of the client. So this is for the mannequin, we have 27 inches, which is where we impute our hip measurement. Then, going further, if you're taking a dress, for instance, you're taking a short dress like mine, from the knee here now is 41 inches. Just come to 2 inches upwards, which is about 39 inches. It will give us our short dress measurement. Depend on what you're making and depend on what the client wants. So for that, we're going like, these are 3/4 measurements. The measurement has to come, the tape has to come across the bust. Our 3/4 measurement, it could be here, it could be here. Then if it's a full measurement that gets to the floor, we also still leave our hand here across the bust, then straight down. Most of the time, clients want flowing clothes, be it skirts or dresses. If the measurement you're getting for the ankle is 60 inches, you might decide to add extras, maybe extra 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, as the case may be. So that is it about our vertical measurements. And yes, if it's for top, we've gotten our full length dress. If it's for top as well, depending on where the client also wants the top to get to. It could be here, 24 inches. It could be 27 inches at most. And that's for plus sizes. They usually like their top to come down more because of their tummy. So we get 27 inches at most. 27, 28 inches should be okay for top measurement. And that is it about our full measurement. Let me also take the circumference of the underbust, which I skipped earlier on. The circumference of underbust is this. 26.5 is the circumference of underbust. So then If we're also going to the back, sometimes when you're making clothes, it's either the back dress or top is longer than the back, or the back is longer than the front, whatever the case may be. But what you need to do is this. If, for instance, your waist, your shoulder to your waist is 17 in front, let's see what we get at the back. We have 15 inches. This is where the curve or the shape from the back is. We have 15 inches. Please take note of that. This is mostly applicable to those who does pattern sewing. But if you're doing freehand, yes, I do both, so I can work with anything I want. If I take the front alone, I will decide to do, okay, 17 inches, and then I know what to do at the back. I don't have to add anything extras, because the 17 inches automatically is longer than the back one. Then that's where we have it all. But if you're doing freehand, please, when you take 17 inches here, add maybe 1.5 inches for seam allowance to join the shoulder and to join you're good to go. I think I've so far been able to take the measurement for this segment for our dress measurement and our top measurement. After this, we'll get back to the other measurements. Thank you.